Alaqua, National Outreach Coordinator for the Tennie Agriculture Group. Today we're here at St. Louis, Missouri for the Farm Foundation Roundtable Next Gen Conference. Currently on the way to the ballpark village. Get ready to watch the Cardinals play today. This is part of Farm Foundation. We honor and thank you to Farm Foundation for this opportunity. Thank you to Farm Foundation for allowing us to be a sponsor for the Next Gen panel this morning. Just coming back from the Busch Stadium where the San Diego Padres are playing against the Cardinals. Stay tuned as we're here at day 3 at St. Louis, Missouri's Farm Foundation Roundtable event over at the Hyatt. Thank you to the Hyatt for allowing us to stay near the Arch. Again, we're right here at the Arch today, this monument, and we are really enjoying the view. And we are honored as the Tennie Agriculture Group to sponsor the Next Gen panelists. Mr. Tennie had the opportunity to get up and present and introduce the panelists for Next Gen. Stay tuned, day 3, we have some information sessions. Panelists who are coming up, we've already spoken on farm finances, so let's stay tuned and see what's next.
Hi, my name is Samara Davis. I'm from Antigua and Barbuda, but I'm representing Fort Valley State University at the Farm Foundation's Cultivator event. And my research today was covering factors influencing the demand for value-added goat meat in the United States.
So this is your first Farm Foundation event, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how are you enjoying it?
It's a very great opportunity. It has exposed me to a lot of great professionals, allowed me to work on my networking skills, and it connected me with a mentor, Ms. Fabiola Perez, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Hey, my name is Ron Rainey. I'm Assistant Vice President with the University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture. I'm here at the Farm Foundation's annual gathering. We just finished our first opening sessions where we're trying to strengthen agriculture in the food system. So my opening session looked at where are we going to be in 2030 or 2035? What's the next innovation for food and ag? Agriculture is no stranger to risk. Agriculture is faced to everything from climate change, climate variability, diseases, pest infestations, a lot of uncertainty and risk. But those risks that our farms face is increasingly becoming interconnected and more global. We're looking at how a war in the Middle East is impacting input prices, or multiple wars in the Middle East and in Europe, Eastern Europe, is impacting input prices and input product supply disruptions that greatly impact our farm and ranch profitability. So right now, currently, over the last 5 years, our farms have faced about 4 really tight or small profit margins. And so we're trying to figure out or just have some conversations about how we can collectively, as a policy think and do organization, the Farm Foundation is focused on, its mission is enhancing the future of food and agriculture. So a lot of policymakers, decision makers from both public and private sectors, as well as next gen and some farmers, are here discussing these very pressing and timely issues that we need to address to make sure that we can ensure that agriculture and farming remains resilient and, most importantly, profitable. Because we all need agriculture, because every day we eat, but just as important, agriculture is the backbone of our rural communities. And so they are the economic engine that drives our rural communities. And so we need strong farms to have strong rural economies. This is my 5th year here. I'm really excited. It's an honor because it's a recognition. Spent my lifetime in outreach and education, and so to become inducted or even asked to be a fellow is a recognition. I'm excited to be a part of this effort. I'm more excited to bring my perspective and my experiences to this broad group, to be a part of the discussions, to make sure that the discussions are relevant for all. And I relish that role of trying to enhance the collection that is here that are the fellows, including the backgrounds from a number of different backgrounds, from regional, from production systems, the makeup, their racial, ethnic, socio-ethnic background. Because to me, if we're gonna represent all of agriculture, we need to have all of ag represented around the table. Distinct groups that are production groups or producer groups that aren't at the table often aren't considered. And so to me, I relish the opportunity of trying to make sure that our discussion is broad-based, representative for a host of perspectives, so that it's applicable and valuable to a host of folks. Agriculture is the one sector that touches everyone, because everyone eats every day. Thank you for the opportunity. Look forward to chatting with you again.
Hi, I'm Susan Stroud, founder and CEO of Noble Agriculture. Today I spoke on a panel at Farm Foundation's event. The panel was focused on the future of agriculture into the 2030s. Kind of my biggest take-home point today was the way that policy has impacted markets. And so the original policy that really redefined a commodity that we've seen here in the US was the renewable fuel standard. And that changed corn from a feed grain into an energy commodity. And it changed corn demand fundamentally today, as ethanol is about 40% of US corn demand every year. Moving from that, we can also talk about vegetable oils and the way that demand is changing. Global veg oil demand into biofuels has grown at twice the rate of food demand increases over the past 20 years. Then moving into US soybeans, we've really seen crush demand in the US grow. We're set for our 5th record year of crush in a row, and a lot of that is because of strength in soybean oil and growth in soybean oil demand for none other than biofuels. And this is all policy related. So Noble Ag started out as just market analysis, writing email updates to subscribers every week. It's grown into more than that, though. I do a lot of speaking engagements, which it's always great. I enjoy panel discussions because I'm coming in to talk about something that the group had specifically in mind, and then also fielding questions from the audience, which is always fun. The other things that Noble offers now, we offer a full suite of research products, and we do an annual conference in St. Louis each year, AgriNext. That's coming up the end of July. We're partnering with Bloomberg to present this year. And we have Ag Ventures, and so that is our agritourism part of our business. It started, our first international group trip was last year to the Panama Canal. Earlier this year, we had more than 20 people in Brazil during soybean harvest, which is exciting. I'm heading back to Brazil again in August with a few travelers, and coming up in 2027, we will be in Brazil 2 times for soybean harvest. We're also heading to Argentina, and then we're looking at something possibly Greece or Italy for next summer. AgriNext is the name of the conference in partnership with Bloomberg. It's July 27th and 28th here in St. Louis, and you can learn more about it by going to nobleag.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Ryan Locke. I'm the Vice President of Engagement for the National Oilseed Processors Association here at the Farm Foundation Roundtable in St. Louis, happily serving as a Roundtable Fellow as well. You know, my history with the Farm Foundation is extremely important to me because of the mission of the Farm Foundation, and I tell people what really drew me in even before I was nominated to be a young agri-food leader was the concept of not just being a think tank, but a do tank. And you'll hear that a lot here at the Farm Foundation. It's not just about talking about the issues that are facing agriculture, that are facing society. It's about finding the innovative ideas, incubating them, and deploying them so that it is actually actionable. We spend a lot of time talking about the problems and the opportunities that agriculture has, but we don't often get to, again, actionable outcomes. And the Farm Foundation is so focused on actionable outcomes, and it is so wonderful to see the assemblage of thought leaders, organizations like the Tennie Group, organizations like PepsiCo, organizations in the private and the public sector that are here to, again, fellowship and actually talk about solutions. Yeah, so Heidi is here as a cultivator, nominated as a cultivator, phenomenal talent from Iowa State University, looking at, in her research, looking at the tariff environment, both in the first and second Trump administrations and how that's impacting farmers, how that's impacting prices. Quizzed her a little bit at her poster because, again, we can see that, but you know, what do we do about that? These are fundamental realities that are happening around us. They're impacting all of us, whether we are farming or not. It's impacting the cost of gas, it's impacting the cost of food. So how do we, again, think ahead? Because, hey, we need to reshore manufacturing. We need to reestablish trade balances with our trade partners. So if these things are happening, we have to think past the decision, and we have to get to the point where we are also preparing ourselves to navigate our way through this. So seeing, again, this next generation fueling the research and the thought that will have to happen. And again, these are the individuals that are going to take that baton, and we have to make sure that we're bringing them in, that we're not only, quote unquote, exposing them to our experience, perhaps, but also giving them a seat at the table to bring their ideas forward, even if they're not the ones currently empowered to make the decision. It's my pleasure. Good to see you as always.
Farm Foundation is about accelerating people and ideas, and that's something that the Tennie Agriculture Group is here to encourage, and we are honored to be a part of. Thank you.